Hello, everybody, and welcome again to an awesome episode of Fstop Live by Godox SA and myself. So we set up an awesome interview today of someone that's really amazing, someone that's been obviously blowing up the market, someone that's actually been viral. He actually went viral recently. And if you don't know, I'm actually just going to share something quickly so you can see exactly who it is that we're going to be talking to. Um, Okay, so this was a post that went viral just over 2 weeks ago now. It was when a wedding photographer was contacted by a previous client that he had shot with, and the bride obviously contacted him and she asked him for a full refund. She wanted a full refund, obviously of this services that he had obviously provided, and this was purely based on the fact that she is getting a divorce. I know it sounds really crazy, but this is exactly what happened. So we were able to obviously get in contact with this amazing photographer. I've been in contact with him for just over 2 weeks now, and he's been amazing, awesome guy. So we'd like to obviously introduce you to Lance Romeo. Here you go, Lance. How are you doing?
Hey, how you doing, Sherwin? How you doing, King?
It's actually awesome to finally get you on here. I know it's been a bit of a busy week for you, but
Right.
at least we get to speak to this viral photographer that was shared on Petapixel and international news agencies worldwide.
Been crazy. I'm glad to be here, man. Thank you for having me.
No, it's actually quite awesome to have you. And to all our guests that have obviously just tuned in now, thank you so much for joining us. As you can see, we've got Lance Romeo here. He's going to be answering some questions for us. And from wherever it is that you are watching, please just drop us a comment in the comments to tell us obviously where you're watching from. I will definitely give you a shout out. You know, I love to give you shout outs. I see Carl Daniels has just obviously joined. I see Kenlan has also joined. Lindo also joined. Andrew Basson, thank you so much for joining, guys. So throughout obviously the session, while we're speaking to Mr. International, yeah, if you can just drop your comments, let us know what you what you're thinking. If there's any questions that you'd like to ask Lance or myself, and we will definitely answer it. All right, we've also got Karen that just joined. Hi, Karen. Thank you so much for joining. So, Lance, let's get into the thick of it. Mr.
Sir.
International, how does it feel? How does it feel being a viral photographer, someone that is now internationally renowned?
Man, it feels amazing. It feels surreal. It feels unreal. It's been a crazy 2 weeks. It's been almost 2 weeks. It's been a crazy almost 2 weeks. Left, right, and center, I've not stopped getting phone calls from radio stations, news tabloids, reporters, you know what I
Hmm.
mean, from other photographers around the world reaching out to me. Like my inbox is just going crazy, and I am just responding to everybody, literally. I'm responding
I
literally
know.
to everyone. It's crazy. Yeah.
I know when I first reached out to you, I was like, wait, man, this guy is international now. He's not gonna answer. And I messaged you and I was like, hey, he responded. How are you doing? And you know, hey, can we just do maybe a chat, a live session? And you're like, yeah, let's do it. Which is
Man,
actually awesome.
that's crazy. I had to because the legendary Sherwin Pather is calling my phone. When I saw that True Caller wrote your name, I was like, this can't be real. What? Then I quickly on the hello, and I was just mind blown,
I know
man.
you did answer.
Yeah,
I was like,
I'm
oh,
talking
I'm
to
like,
you.
"Wait, but this guy, is he real? I don't know. Maybe I thought I was going to speak to your agent by now. Maybe speak to your agent and then to you.
Nah, we don't trust that dramatic, man.
No, we'll get to those levels. We'll get to those levels someday. But
One day.
Lance, I know it's actually been an awesome journey. I know you've been obviously sharing the story. I know at first it was completely mind-boggling that such a request would be made. I don't know if you
Yeah.
saw in your original post. I actually commented. I was like, "No, this can't be real." I've been doing weddings
Yeah.
since 2004, and I have
Yeah.
never heard of
Come
a
on.
bride
Yeah.
made
Yeah.
such a request. I was like, no, this can't be real. No, it can't be. But it was real. It was real.
Right, right. I saw your comment. I remember your comment.
I was like, no,
First,
man, this
first,
can't be real. I'm like, wait, I think maybe let me message myself and also go viral. But
I
then it was
remember
actually, I
that.
think,
I remember
yes,
that.
I messaged. I was like, wait, maybe only let me message myself and I'll go viral. I'm like, no, man, this can't be
Yeah.
real. And then I think it was after a few posts that you put up, and I was like, wait, man, this is actually real. This lady is actually asking for requesting a refund like
Want
this.
some money
Yes.
back. Yeah.
And I like the comment that you made when you said simply put, "Can I untake my pictures? Can
Yeah.
I untake
I was
my
telling her,
pictures?"
right? Nah, I can't untake pictures.
You
I
can't.
can't untake pictures. I can't give you money back because I can't untake the pictures. I've taken the pictures and you've actually put, the shutter count on my camera, you know,
Exactly.
for like almost
Time.
1,500 pictures, you know?
What about the time that was used? All the time that was spent there. Yes, yes.
You
But
understand?
what is the conclusion? What is the conclusion of the matter now? Is she leaving you alone?
Oh, you want to jump right to the end? Okay.
And, uh, because I
Ah,
can say, like, I don't, as much as yes, I am speaking to you about the events that have unfold. Um,
right.
Obviously, it's out there. Everybody, if they want to know exactly what happened with Lance Romeo, you can go and check him out at Lance Romeo on Facebook, and you'll obviously be able to get the full story. I'm not here for that,
Yeah.
just that story. I want to actually
Okay.
know what's going to unfold after this. This interview is going to be
Okay.
very different from what people. If you want, as I said, if people want the full story, please go and check out Lance on Facebook. You will find the full story up on his page. You'll see it there. But
Right.
I want to obviously
Yeah.
find out the things that go behind exactly what happened and what's going to happen going forward. As Lance Romeo, the brand and such. That's what I want to get into, and obviously
Yeah.
speak about the importance of having a contract. And as far as that clause goes, as to if you get divorced, I will not give you a full refund. There's no need to ever put that in your
Yeah.
in your
I'm not
contract. But I
playing.
think it is important we can discuss those things.
Exactly.
No,
So
so
to answer your question, sorry to cut you off. To answer your question, um, how things ended, I ended up blocking her, right?
mm,
Because it started becoming a bit too much for me, right? As much as I decided to entertain it, because I saw how viral it went, I'm like, oh, okay. When I read the comments, everyone is like, yo, we want to know what else happened. This doesn't end here. We want to know what else. So I'm like, all
I
right,
think
let me,
I think Netflix
yeah,
needs to make like a drama about this, even if it's just a short drama or something. I don't know.
right.
Maybe they can get an actor to replace you in the story.
That would be epic. That would be an epic story.
I think, in fact, for this past 2 weeks, the biggest stories, there's two biggest stories. Number one was Tabo Besta. Everybody was talking about Tabo Besta. And number two,
Right.
everybody was talking about Lance Romeo. Oh
I've
my
been getting that
word.
a lot.
Everyone was
Been
talking
getting
about
that a
Lance.
lot. So
Imagine going
yeah, man,
viral with Tabo Besta, bro. Yes. Yes.
it was an unbelievable crazy story, right? And it's crazy how so many good things came from that, which is which has opened up a lot of doors for the future. So unimaginable that could have led to that. You know what I mean? Unimaginable. It's just really a huge blessing. Like God does really work in mysterious ways. I have to say that.
No, I
Like,
agree on that. I think while we're on
right.
that note, if you can just tell the people where you're at now and exactly what it is that you're busy doing, because you're not at home.
So
People need to know that you're
I'm
not
not,
at home right now.
not at
You're
home.
out on the
I'm not
road.
at home.
You're out on the road. Tell the people where you are.
I'm actually in the Kalahari Desert. I'm in the desert at the border of Namibia. I got hired like uh, what is it today? Is it Friday, right?
Friday.
I Yeah, I got hired yesterday. I got hired on Wednesday. Wednesday night, I got hired by a company who saw all of this happening, and they're like, tomorrow we want to go to Namibia. and to the Kalahari. We've got some work there tomorrow, like at 5 a.m. tomorrow. We want you to come with us. And I dropped everything. And I'm now, as we speak, I'm in a hotel room in the Kalahari talking to you
Mhm.
because of this whole thing.
Yes. So look at that. 2 weeks ago, would you have ever thought that you would be in the Kalahari Desert shooting, obviously, a documentary that you're busy doing now? And obviously, for the client that you're shooting, and then speaking to me and still on Godox SA, would you have thought that?
Right. All at the same time. Imagine all at
All
the
at
same
the same
time. I would like, wow. I would have never imagined that. I would have never, ever in a million years thought that's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Ever
Yeah,
in such a so short space of time. Big things are happening, and I am so happy and I'm grateful for everything that's happening right now. And I'm just grabbing it with both hands and running with it. I don't care how it came, how it happened, as long as the opportunities that I've always wanted are knocking at my door, I am running with it. I'm not wasting
no,
any time.
no, definite. But just obviously for the people that would like to know, but how, since when have you been a photographer? Because I know you did tell me not long ago that you were actually a musician, and
Right.
you bought your first camera to start documenting, obviously, your journey as a musician.
Yes,
How
sir.
long have you been in photography now?
Uh, I started doing photography in 2017, right? Not
Mm.
long ago, just 2 years before the refund lady's wedding. So I bought the camera for music because I was touring around South Africa as a musician. And I
Yeah,
just bought a camera. I didn't know nothing about cameras, no knowledge whatsoever. I just thought, oh, this one has 24 megapixels. That's a lot,
let me
right?
use it.
And I bought and I bought that. And so when I started playing around with them, like this is actually interesting, Wow, that's a nice picture. I started, but they were definitely bad. But at that time, like these are nice pictures. I could make this, I could run with it, learn. I started learning, watching YouTube videos, how to take pictures and stuff like that. So when my son was born and music wasn't bringing in much money, and I couldn't travel around and went be away for so long. Like, okay,
Mm.
what else can I do? And someone saw me shooting in the streets in Joburg and was like, "Hey, you're a photographer. I need a photographer for a birthday party." And I was like, "Yes, I am." And I had never shot anyone's anything at that
Event
time.
before.
So,
Yeah.
never. So I'm like, I took I can shoot. So immediately I took the job. I was on YouTube for like a whole 3 days, just watching how to edit what is it, birthday pictures, how to shoot birthday pictures, what kind of angles to go for, just like studying and trying to go. And then from there, the guy was happy with the pictures, and I started getting interested. I'm like, I can make money out of this. And it became my focus. And music kind of started taking the back seat, and photography took the center stage, and here we are.
Mm. The viral photographer.
Crazy,
Uh, yes,
crazy.
yes. Oh, but that's actually awesome because I know you was also telling me that you did go viral previously as a musician. So it seems like you're someone that just you just strike it hot at some stage and then boom.
And I'm like, maybe I was just meant to be famous.
Maybe you were just meant to be famous. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I went viral. I went viral back in what year was that? The same 2017, actually, when I bought the camera. I bought the
You
camera
went
because I
viral.
went viral. Yeah, and I started getting booked a lot, right? Because I
Mm,
did a cover of Adele's song, Hello. I did it in isiXhosa, right? So I translated
mm.
all the lyrics to Xhosa and I sang it. And that went viral. I was doing news articles, same thing that's happening now. It was the same
So
thing
this
back
is
then.
this is not new to you. This is not new.
No, no, it's not. It's not. And when I did that song, it was for fun, and it just blew up. It blew up. Like same thing overseas. I was getting messages. Same thing. I was getting booked. Started getting booked all over SA. So that resulted in me buying the camera, which I'm now, using as a photographer. So
Yeah.
that's how I ended up here. Yeah. So I would like to get back to music at some point, and just do them both. You know.
I think, if anything, if you follow your passion, it will lead you to obviously things that you enjoy and you love. Likewise, right now you're in the Kalahari Desert, you're assisting with
Yeah.
obviously a youth program, and it seems to be quite amazing as for what you told me. So you're teaching
Yeah.
them obviously how to handle the camera, how to do documentaries and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you're doing what you love, you're getting paid for it, you're getting
Yes,
exposure,
sir.
and then obviously you had the bride, the bridezilla that tried to mess up your day. She tried to mess up your week. She even sent her lawyer after you that was laughing about the situation.
Hey man. Hey. Unbelievable.
we've, we've
Unbelievable.
got we've got we've got guys over here that want to know the full story, and yet I was just saying they must go and check it up. And he says, yeah, Carl Daniel says we need to cover everything now. We've got Kenlan also. He says over here, can we share the images? What images does Kenlan want to look at? Maybe the bride's
Uh,
wedding photos.
no, no, no,
We can't
no.
look at
Then I'm gonna get
that,
sued for real.
then that's to be trouble, definitely trouble.
Yeah.
But
Then she's
I
gonna have
like what
grown too soon.
I like what the group he called you and he says he must ask for his lobola refund. Yes. Oh my word. Yes.
The group was hilarious. The group was hilarious. It's like if you give her a refund, then she must refund me my lobola. That was funny. That was hilarious.
I know. In fact, you did mention this before, and maybe we can spend some time on it quickly. When she
Yeah,
first contacted you, you didn't know whether you were being pranked. You thought it was a joke. You were like, "Wait, man, this is a joke. What is going on?"
I didn't take it seriously at first, right? Even though I responded to her almost immediately after she sent those messages, but I read through them quickly, and I'm like, "There's no way she's serious," right? So I respond. I'm like, "No, excuse me, you can't ask me for a refund. I thought I thought she's pranking me, or I thought she's just cracking a joke, and she's gonna tell me, no, I'm just joking. I want to hire you. That's what I thought. But the longer we spoke with me and her, I'm like, this is serious. She's actually for real, this lady. Now she's saying a lawyer is gonna call me. I'm like, where's the joke? It's not a joke. It's serious. That's what I'm like, nah, that's what I told her.
You know,
Yeah, that's what I sent you those messages.
exactly. And I think the best part about it. I think, and this is something that I'm so sorry. I have to be honest.
Yeah,
This is my nature. Um, I would not have been as respectful as you are. Honestly, I would have lost my cool. What? I think I would have started telling her off in Zulu and stuff like that. Yes, sis. Yo, Nkulunkulu. Yes, sis. Oh, Jehovah. Yes, sis. I would have lost the plot. Yes, sis. I would have lost the plot. Especially if you're making a joke. You're making me like a joke.
right,
You're asking me to give you a refund for the mere fact
right.
that you've been divorced. You still saying pardon me.
Man, you know what I mean? Because I'm thinking, I don't want to be rude in case she ends up saying, no, I'm just joking. I want to hire you. But then you were
Yeah.
rude. You know what I mean? So
Oh,
I'm
then and there,
thinking,
I'd have been like, yeah, no, you see, you
the
have to be
approach,
joking.
the
Sudlala
approach was a
ngam,
joke.
sudlala ngam, you're playing with me. Sudlala ngam, hey.
Man, you know, though what I believe, or what my work ethic is I've had some unreasonable clients before, right?
Yeah.
And I always try to be professional, no matter how crazy they're being to me, right?
No, you have
I always try to
you have
be, yeah, I'll always be professional with them, is no matter what they're saying. And even if I'm disagreeing with them, I do it in a professional way, in a still respectful way, but still firm, just letting you know that's not going to happen, but I'm still being respectful to you. You know what I mean? So that's
so
how I deal with almost everyone.
so just a question, all right? How professional was this no? How professional was this no?
That, that, no,
How
that no is hilariously professional.
The best part about it is when I saw that, I was like, yo, I could picture Bugs Bunny when he does that. No,
No, no.
no.
Because I saw, because I was still because I was still not taking it seriously. You know what I mean? Then I'm like,
Yeah,
instead of being frustrated, I just started laughing to
just play
myself as I
along.
was responding.
Just
You know what I mean? I was like, ah, it's hilarious. So I'm like, she wants to meet me. No, not gonna happen.
why does she want to meet you? I know, right up until your last post, and the people may not know this, guys. Go on Lance's profile. Just check. Just Google Lance Romeo. You'll see it'll say trending now. Go click on Lance's profile, and you will see the latest update. You put it yesterday, right? You uploaded yesterday or
Uh,
the day before? I
the
think
day
the day
before.
before.
I think the day
Yeah,
before, yeah.
she looks like she wants to get frisky with you, bro. Like she wants to meet you
Yeah.
for what?
That's the vibe. Yeah, that's the vibe I started
Yeah,
getting. You know what I mean?
no, mm-mm, mm-mm.
That's the vibe I started getting. Like, nah, this lady. But the thing is, though I picked up on that, I would never go for that because
Aye,
there's no I'd be stupid to now fall for them. Like, oh, she wants me, let me go and see her. Let me go and
aye,
meet
aye,
her.
aye, aye, aye.
You don't know what you're
We
gonna
can't
go
do
there and find. You know.
no. Just now you arrive there and you see maybe three of our brothers are waiting for you.
You know what I mean? Next thing, Lance Romeo is missing. Come on.
Hey,
I'm pending for something else going missing. Now everyone
but
does. Now everyone. Nah.
in fact, wait, man, no. In fact, no. I think people have to see this. They have to see exactly what I'm saying. No, man, no, man. This girl, she said,
She's not okay. She's
she said
she's
she
going
wants
through
to
a lot.
meet. She said she wants to meet you.
Right. She was pushing for that actually. She was really pushing for it. And when she saw I'm not budging, she gave up and I blocked her.
No, man. But as I was saying, you actually handled the situation really, really professionally, and not
Thank
many
you,
would have
man.
done that. And I think, if anything, you have to remain professional,
All the
especially with
time.
the way you speak to your clients at the end of the day,
Yeah,
because they are your clients, even when you disagree with them. Especially
exactly.
when there was already transaction of funds and stuff like that, they are your
Exactly.
clients. You see, when there's no transaction of funds and they haven't become your client as yet,
Yeah.
yes, maybe to a certain degree you can stand your ground and be like, no, it doesn't work that way. I'm so sorry. I'm not going to be able to assist you. Please go. But off the bat, if it's someone that has already made a transaction with you, you have to try and accommodate them as best as possible until you get to a
Exactly.
point where you realize, wait, I can't assist you, and I think it's best that you carry on. But
Exactly. So man, that's my philosophy actually especially when it comes to what puts food on my table. You know what I mean? I protect it with everything. You know, because this could have gone either way. Me posting it could have gone either way. You know, could have gone either way. So I had to make sure on my side I don't say anything out of line or disrespectful to her, as crazy as she was being to me. You know what I mean? I had to keep it
I like how she threatened.
straight.
She actually threatened you. She threatened you like, I'm gonna send my lawyer after you.
Hey
Yeah,
man, hey, yeah, she was. I think she tried a lot to be intimidating. At one
I
point, she
think
told me, She's gonna pay me back my money, one way or the other."
one way or
Oh,
the other. I saw
yeah, what
that.
does
I
that
saw that.
mean? You know? So, like, what does that mean? That's a threat, if you ask me.
I know she says over here. Honestly, I don't know what you said. I don't know what else is to say to you. Really, she says, "I'm suing you for defamation of character." I thought we could solve this alone, but it's all over social media because you are childish.
Yeah, I'm the one who's childish. Me, I'm childish.
Then she says, "Oh yeah,
Me,
you know what?"
sometimes.
She says, "Can we talk about it in person? I think it's better we talk face to face."
Yeah, yeah.
She goes on to say, I think you responded. She says, "Hey, cool, right? And yeah, no problem. I just want to move on from this matter. If you meet with me, yes, I will, and you must do a free photo shoot for me as compensation." Yes, you wanted a free photo shoot.
She wanted a pre-photo shoot.
I think she may have seen some of your recent
I
work, and she's
think,
like, "No, man, I think maybe I can get some work from this guy."
you know what I mean? He's improved. 4 years ago, yo. So I think she had ulterior motives. It's quite clear in these messages, right? That she had
No,
other motives.
I think
Yeah,
she wanted to pamper you. The first chance she
yeah,
would just
you're
pamper.
right. You're right. Her messages are very suggestive. Like she's hinting. She was
Yeah, and
hinting
you
a
were like,
lot.
"No, what?" You were like, "Tell me what exactly."
Yeah, and I was just pretending like I'm not getting any of it, because I want her to say it directly, but I want this. Do this with me or do this for me. And then she changed. She didn't want to say free photo shoot. I think she just changed that
She
statement
changed
at
the
the end.
narrative again.
Yeah,
She did. She probably realized this guy's gonna take this to the media as well. So she's lucky.
exactly. So
It would have been right here today. It would have been right here today.
exactly,
We've
exactly.
got Kenlan. We've got Kenlan asking, yeah, what camera gear were you using on that wedding day?
On that wedding day, I was using a Nikon D3400. A Nikon D,
Oh,
like, yeah, like, entry level.
oh, lucky it was Nikon. If it was Canon or something, it should have taken you straight to court. If it was Fujifilm, she would have left you. If you were
I'm
using
not.
Godox, if you were using Godox, she would have said, "No, it's fine, man. I won't trouble this guy."
Yeah, man. Yeah, you gotta put in a good word for me there,
Maybe
Godox.
maybe she wanted people by any means possible.
She's determined. Yes, any means possible. Whatever the payment is, she wants it.
It was either that payment. It was either that payment, or as Carl Daniel says of here, he says, "No way, they sound crazy. They will beat you and steal your gear." One of those two things.
True. It's true, man. It's true. There's no way. There's no way. This lady, she started sounding really. She was shady, barely, but she started sounding extra shady towards the end of our conversations.
The
You know what I
situation, yeah.
mean? Yeah, I was just like, nah.
I think, as I
Because
said,
I asked her at one point. I asked her
yeah.
at one point, what do you really want? You know?
Yes, I think I
It-
saw that you asked her, "What do you really?"
Yeah, what do you really want? Because you know how absurd what you're asking me is. You must be after something else. You know what I mean? So just out
Yeah.
with it. And that's when she gave up. That's when she said, no, you know what? It's fine. I just want to move on from this.
I like what the husband says. He says, "Now everybody knows what I was going through." Yeah,
Right.
but yes,
I have to thank the husband because he was the cherry on top.
he was
You
quite
know what I
chilled
mean?
though. He was quite chilled. I think he realized
Yeah,
obviously she's really
yeah,
been silly. She was really being silly at the
yeah.
time.
From his messages, he's a chill guy. Even in real life, he was a chill guy. Very few words. You know what I mean? Didn't speak much. You know. Then even in the text, you can pick it up because I even said to him, you are chilled as ever, considering what's going on." He was like, peace of mind, buff, peace of mind. Ah, the headache is gone.
I think, as I said, a situation like this here is obviously, it's catapulted you in the limelight, and you are able to obviously make the best of it. But apart from that, what are the plans for Lance Romeo going forward as a photographer? What are your plans? Because yes, we've all had a great laugh. Yes, we've all thought obviously the situation is crazy. Clearly, it was something that was real and it's happened. It's occurred. But going forward, because as we did speak earlier in the week, every wave does come to obviously an end. But
Yep.
Lance Romeo, the photographer, obviously will not come to an end. So,
Right.
what are your plans for the near future? What would you like to achieve?
Right. Yeah, thank you for that question though. Uh, I have a lot that I want to achieve, right? But my dream right now, as of right now, like I'm just gonna tell you my short-term goals that
Short term.
essentially long-term goals at the same time, you know. Um, I wanna, obviously succeed in this business that I'm in the photography industry. You know what I mean? I wanna get to where you are, you know. You are someone I looked up to for a long time. No, for real. You are someone I looked up to for a long time. I followed your work, especially when I joined the group SA Photography and you were in the same group. Man, I was like, I'm in the same group as Sherwin Pather. What? you know, um, I want to get to where you are. I want to see myself working with brands like you are, with Godox like you are. You know what I mean? I want to take my photography to the next level, because I feel like I've been stuck because I've been unable to afford like the equipment that I know that I need. You know what I mean? Especially
Yeah.
when your work is getting more serious, but you're still on the same level gear wise. You know what I mean? But your work is growing. Like I'd feel even embarrassed when I go to the SABC, work shoot for the SABC, like on movie sets. I'm getting hired on high profile gigs, but you know what I mean? I'm showing up with like a entry level camera. That would drive me crazy. Then I'm like, I need enough money. I need a Sony. I need this. I need lights. I need my photography to get to this level. You know what I mean? So my plans are just to improve my work. To improve my work, um, have a comfortable life out of this. You know what I mean? Op, ultimately is to have a media company. You know what I mean? To grow
Mm.
this into a media company. Uh, give opportunities to other upcoming photographers. You know what I mean? Work with as much people as I can. Provide for my son, provide for my family. Those are my like that. That's literally what drives me every month, every day. Is I need to make enough money out of because I'm self-employed. If I don't do enough photo shoots this month, I don't know what I'm gonna do. How I'm gonna pay my rent. How I'm gonna eat. How I'm gonna pay my son's school fees. How I'm gonna send money home to my mom. You know what I mean? So I'm solely dependent on photography, and so this really came and really helped me, gave me all this publicity, and I'm now able to like get a lot of gigs. Pay school fees for my son, send money home to my mom. Uh, Pay my rent, you know what I mean? Do all the things that are important. So yeah, that's what I want to focus on is build my family, take care of my son, develop myself, upgrade my gear, see myself working with people like you, you know. I just, travel the world, start traveling a lot more, because I love to travel and just yeah do what I love because I really really love photography. I don't want to lie. I really love working with the camera. It feels like yeah, this is it. I love what I do. You know, and
I
yeah,
think I, I think if anything, you are in the right place, especially with what you was just saying now. You've linked up with obviously myself and we've got Godox to say as well that obviously wanted to give you the opportunity to come up over here, and obviously you've given us the opportunity to be able to speak to you as well. I know other opportunities were obviously made available to you, and yet here you are today. Just quickly, we've got Andrew over here. He says he knows a thing or two about SA photography. By the way, Andrew Basson is actually the admin of that group, SA Photography. Yeah, so it's the
yeah, yeah, I know, I know.
largest photography group in South Africa, and he is actually the admin of that. He's actually, I boldly say it, Andrew is actually my best friend. He's been
Oh,
a
okay,
really,
nice.
really good friend of mine. So, in fact, he even offers his assistance here. He says if you need any help or advice, you can always give him a poke. Just contact him, and he's happy to help where he can.
Thank you, Andy. I'll definitely do that.
Yeah, but no, especially with photography and as well. So there's a lot that obviously us as a community, the Godox SA community, that we will obviously assist you going forward, because it's not just about this live, and I think I've told you that already. So
Yes,
the
sir.
fact that you're already connected with me is, I will do my best to obviously assist you as and where I can. So I think it
Thank you.
is definitely very important for photographers to be able to lay down goals. And yes, as I said, you did go viral, which is amazing, and I'm actually super
Yeah,
happy about that. And as much as it's been a good story to speak of, but there has to be a plan of action going forward. There has to be obviously a
yeah,
way to be able to translate that kind of how can I say, that kind of attention to revenue.
yeah,
Because yes, there's attention, but attention, it does not directly equal revenue. So you have to be
exactly.
able to translate that. There has to be a median
Yeah,
for you to be able to convert it into um, you being able to sort out, as you said, many things that you need to sort out.
yeah, yeah,
So yeah, we definitely game to assist you as and where we can. And as a
yeah.
photographer, what's the styles of photography, or what's the genre? Because I do remember someone asked it, yeah, just now. What do you mainly want to shoot? Do you want to continue shooting weddings and dealing with bridezillas, or do you want to shoot other means of
Funny enough,
photography? Because you can use this
uh,
platform to obviously say it out as well, so people know, hey, that this is what love wants to shoot.
man, honestly, I haven't done. Uh, I think I tried staying away from weddings actually after for a while. You know what I mean? Because they tend to be stressful quite a lot. You know,
Hmm,
but obviously in my situation, I take what I get. You know, I take what I get and I work with it. So if I get, like for example, I was just saying, I've been working with the SABC, with a media company that works with the
hmm,
SABC. I've done some stuff for ATV and something Magic, right?
hmm,
Um,
hmm,
I didn't know nothing about shooting those kinds of things. You know, shooting movie posters for them, shooting documentary posters for them. You know, I knew nothing about that. I'm like, but I'm gonna do it. You know, because I want to do it all. You know, so I don't think I've gotten to a level yet where I can class myself and say, no, I'm this type of photographer. You know, so
okay.
I'm literally chasing and marketing for clients, and you get different types of clients, and they tell you, I want this kind of shoot. And I go and I do research about that kind of photo shoot and how it's done and what are the pointers, things I need to watch out for if I'm doing that kind of shoot. So
Hmm,
at this point, I'm being very honest, I have not classed myself as this kind of photographer. I do anything, right, that I get. If I'm hired for this, I look it up, research, see how someone who's professional, how they did it, take some pointers, and I go and apply it and I work. Right. So
hmm,
now here I am in the Kalahari. I've never done anything like this. You know what I mean? You know, teaching someone else, teaching other people how to shoot documentaries, right? And they're happy with what I'm doing. You know, I took my time, did my research quickly on what to teach, what to go for. Like, oh, these are some of the things I know. You know what I mean? So,
hmm,
a style of photography, I feel like I'll figure it out once I, I get the equipment that I need, I get the lights that I want, and then I start experimenting with that. I'm like, okay, I want to go in this direction. You know what I mean? But as of now, I'm just working wherever I can work, doing whatever gig I can do, right? And put food on the table. Yeah,
I think that's actually an admirable goal. Many of us obviously just want to be able to provide for our families. But yeah, you're definitely a skilled photographer. Photographer. I've seen quite a bit of your work. It's amazing. Definitely
thank,
amazing.
thank you
I
so
like what
much.
the bride actually says. She says she doesn't have any complaint with the pictures. The pictures are actually amazing. She's happy with the pictures.
Yeah,
However, she doesn't have any need of them anymore. I
he
think she was
doesn't
just
want to
mainly
do
more upset. She was just upset at the fact that obviously um, she's no longer with her partner
it.
and she doesn't need the pictures anymore.
Yeah, that she's divorced. The pictures are now useless. As wonderful as they
Yeah,
are, that's what she said.
useless. I actually had a client of mine that actually messaged. She commented on the post that I shared your post. She commented on my post,
Right,
and she said that I covered her daughter's birthday a few years ago, when she
right.
was two. When she was two, and she no longer needs the pictures because her daughter is not two anymore, and she doesn't look the same. So she wants a full refund.
Ah, hey
I know that
man, you
was.
started. You start. I'm getting
I
so
was
many
doing
screenshots. I'm getting so many messages of people just asking for ridiculous things because of this whole situation. It's funny.
No, but
Hilarious.
I'm glad that you obviously you've gotten past that, and you're working to grow yourself. For those who are watching, uh, quickly, where about are you based, Lance? The
I'm
area,
based
the
in
location
Midrand.
that you're based.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
based in
based in
Midrand.
Johannesburg. Yeah, I'm
Awesome.
based in Midrand. Uh, but I work all around Gauteng. So sometimes I even
Okay.
get hired out of Gauteng.
Okay. Okay.
So
So,
I'm
guys,
just,
if you are looking for an amazing wedding photographer that will not give you a refund if you get divorced,
yeah,
the perfect person here is Lance. But yeah, if you are looking for a photographer, we do have Lance Romeo over here. You can check out his work at Lance Romeo on Facebook. You just
right.
search it, you'll definitely find him. He's an amazing guy. We just wanted to spend some time with him. If you have any questions, please do ask us in the comments. We've got Andrew also asking over here, where can we see some of your work? As I said, you can just check. Do you have a Facebook page that you operate with, or is it just Lance Romeo?
It's just Lance Romeo. I did have a page, but I just stopped paying attention to it and decided to, because everyone would just go to my main profile instead, So I just decided to turn that into my page and just post there instead.
So you post
You
there. So
can follow me on Instagram though. On
on Instagram.
Instagram, I do post sometimes. It's at Lance Romeo underscore. Yeah, you'll see some of my stuff there as well.
Awesome, awesome. Just so we can direct some people, obviously, to your um, channels.
Yeah,
Yeah. So we were saying we were obviously speaking about the situation, and as to obviously, she stated in one of the comments, she stated that you don't have this in your contract, and I will definitely say this off the bat. Such a clause as that is not needed in obviously the contract, and
right.
the reason being is because it's ridiculous. I think any court and any judge in the land would look at this and dismiss it and throw it out of court, because they would be like,
Exactly.
nope, this is nonsense. There's no attorney in the land that would pursue such a case. It's insane,
Yeah,
absolutely insane. And no matter how
exactly.
big the value of it was, the fact, once service is rendered, pay
Yeah,
is due. It's that simple. Once service is
exactly.
rendered, pay is due. You've already provided the service, you've already delivered on the work. The work was accepted, it was of a
Yeah,
merit that it was acceptable, and obviously
yeah,
payment was received either prior to that or during that time.
yeah,
So there's no need of having that in the contract. However, I must stress the importance, especially to those who are watching. Obviously, those are in the comments. It is very important to lay the groundwork early, especially when it comes to refunds, when it comes to contracts, when it
yeah,
comes to weddings or any sort of event or shoot or service that you are providing as a photographer, videographer, and a creative. It is very
yeah,
important to ensure that you have a contract in place, so that the contract will obviously give the legal grounds by which obviously the agreement that you are providing a service versus they are obviously the
yeah,
customer. Um,
yeah.
how important would you say from your side after this recent experiences? As I said, it may not have a direct bearing on the fact that she asked for something completely ridiculous, but how important would you say it is to have a contract in place when doing work?
It's very important for both parties, right? Not just for the service provider, but especially for the service provider, but for both parties. It's important that there should be a contract, right? That lays out the standard, that lays out the expectations, that lays
Mhm.
out everything. You know what I mean? All the silly things. You know what I mean? It lays out the foundation of your working relationship with that person. You know what I mean? So that
Yes.
you know. what boundaries they are as you're working together or as you're dealing with each other. Right? So it's
Yes.
very important because there's some people out there that are obviously chance takers, right? There's people that have, you know, just funny business, man. You know what I mean? There's people that are, I've gotten some clients that refuse to pay me, right? They refuse to pay me, but we have a contract, right? As soon as I mention no, you sign the contract. Because they're now trying to find grounds not to pay me, even though I've
Not
done
to
the
pay.
work and done the work, you understand? No, but we said, no, 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 you said, you understand? So it's important to have a contract, have your lawyer look at it for loopholes, if you just to protect yourself. No matter, even ridiculous as it is to say in a contract as a photographer that there will be no refunds under any circumstances. That's ridiculous, but now I have to say it. You know what I
Mm,
mean? Because I don't, I don't, had this lady said, I didn't like your pictures. I didn't like your pictures.
mm,
Now I need a reason. I just never had time to get back to you. So now I remembered. I never even used your pictures. That
mm,
can potentially stand in court. You know what I mean?
mm,
That okay, you didn't deliver the pictures. She doesn't like them. You know, she might not win the case, but she could have a case. You know what I mean? So it's important to have contracts, and it shows the other party or the person you're providing services with that you're serious about your business. You have contracts. You know what I mean?
mm.
It just makes you look even more professional, actually.
No,
Yeah,
exactly. And it's something that should obviously be the groundwork for all of us creatives.
yeah,
Understanding
yeah,
that if you are providing a service and if the service has a value attached to it, whereby the
mm,
client needs to pay for that service,
yeah,
a contract has to be in place. A binding contract has to be in place. It acts as a safeguard for both you and for the
right,
client. The client obviously has the legal grounds to be able to say that, on your contract, you state that you're going to provide this service for me. And obviously, you will be able to say, I stated on the contract that this is the services that I'm going to provide versus
right,
this is the value that you are going to pay me. A good thing that you just stated now, and this is something that I obviously practice myself. I always ensure that I obviously take a securing deposit to be able to secure the date, and then obviously
always.
I take final
Yeah,
payment before goods are delivered. Or
yeah,
what you do is you take the partial payment, and then
yeah,
obviously you take the final payment, and then obviously you deliver to a certain degree. Like, for example, maybe you will do a sneak peek. You give them the sneak
yeah,
peek, they'll do the final payment. Once they do the final payment, you obviously release the balance of the goods.
yeah,
I've
yeah,
been burnt way too many times, whereby I've given the clients all of the work,
yeah.
and they just, nope, they don't find it a priority to pay you anymore. Like on the
Exactly,
wedding day or in the wedding week and stuff, you are a priority. They will pay you. They will make sure they pay you. But the moment you
exactly.
deliver those images to them, and they don't need to pay you, they feel as if they don't need to pay you. And now for you to go to court over a few thousand, like maybe 6 or 7 thousand and stuff, it's not
Exactly.
viable. It's not
Yeah,
viable
it's
to
gonna
go to
cost
court for
you.
even 10,000, because how much are you going to pay the lawyer?
Exactly.
Exactly.
The money
You have to
can
go
go
to
to the
small
lawyer.
claims.
You know.
What's the cases like in the small claims court? So it's a bit of a mission. So
Right.
it's best to obviously ensure that your contract is in place and to ensure that you receive payment.
Yes,
It doesn't
sir.
have to be completely upfront. It can be a securing deposit and then obviously a majority of the payment before you
Right.
deliver all of the goods.
Yeah.
Just,
So
just
I've always had it in my contract as well. Especially if it's a wedding. Those that do wedding, they need to take note. You know what I mean? Any work actually. You pay me uh, a deposit, and the day before, I need the rest of the money. With weddings, I even did it with you pay me a deposit, and then a week before the wedding, you pay me the deposit, right?
mm,
And then the day before the wedding, or before I need to arrive having been paid in full. You know what I
already.
mean?
True,
Because
true.
what tends to happen, and a friend of mine who's a photographer go through this, where the couple went on a honeymoon. and he
Mm.
couldn't get a hold of them. And
They
they
were
just
gone.
never got back to it. Yeah, they never got back to it. And he gave them the pictures. You know
There's
what I
not
mean?
even something to laugh about it, but it's sad.
You know what I
That's
mean?
actually really
So yeah,
yeah.
yeah. You have to really have rules in your business. You have to set goals, set rules that even when you're dealing with clients, they know we don't play games when you're dealing with Sherwin. If you're working with Sherwin, we don't play games. Sherwin has these rules. Just like if you go to Spa, you don't say uh, they have rules. You pick what you want and you pay for it before you get out the door. You know what I
Yes.
mean?
You
Those are
walk
the
out and say,
rules. Is
I'll
that
pay you
I'll
later.
be
No,
like,
you can't do
"Hey,
that.
mate," no, doesn't work like that. You make sure your money before anything, you are secured, you are safe. But at the same time, you need to also be respectful to clients as well.
Of course.
I've come across a lot of service providers that just speak anyhow to clients. I feel no, that are rude to clients. You know what I mean? You need to be professional at the same time, be firm. You know?
Mm. I see I
Yeah,
got Carl over here that also says sneak peek works really well. On
yeah,
my side, he takes deposits. Sometimes people ask for 50 to 60%. Sometimes then I have clients that pay 100% upfront. For
right.
me, as I said, if you contact me today and you ask me for a date, if that date is available, you can pay me a 50% securing deposit that will allow you to secure the date. I will ensure no other booking is done within that time frame of that
Right.
secure
Nice.
date.
Yeah, nice.
Once that is done, then obviously you've booked me for that date, and then when it gets up to the point that of the on the day of the shoot, on the day of the event, you can pay me, which is even fine.
Yeah,
Sometimes I allow them to obviously pay me afterwards, depending on how the shoot was done or whatever it was. However,
yeah,
I don't even release the sneak peek until the payment comes up. So once they make the payment, I release the sneak peek, and then obviously,
yeah,
depending on what event it was, that time later, obviously deliver the work, just to obviously ensure that I give them the work that they are happy with, and they ensure that I am paid.
yeah.
So
No, nice. I like that. I think I'm gonna adopt that.
I've got Walter over here says I really like the way he handled the lady. That was proper. And as
Yeah,
I even told you as well, you were very
yeah.
respectable. I think I would have lost respect in handling that situation. I would have lost my cool.
Hey,
Yeah.
man, who is?
Is there any advice that you would give to obviously photographers that are watching? Maybe those that are up and coming. I know you've been in the industry since 2017. It's
Yeah,
relatively new, but obviously it is some time as well. What would you advise new photographers? Before we start closing up for the
um,
night.
yeah, man. What I would advise photographers that are coming up is shoot, 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 shoot. Put in time. Put in the time. Love your craft. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Um, it's as much as you're doing it because you want to make a living out of it. You have to love it. You have to care about it. You know what I mean?
Mm.
You have to take care of your equipment. You know, some photographers show up, their cameras are dusty as hell. You know what I mean? You need to take care of the equipment. You need to love what you do, and above all, you need to be professional. You know what I mean? You need to look presentable when you show up. You are a business. You are essentially making yourself a brand. You need to look
Correct.
presentable at all times. You need to speak proper. You know what I mean?
True.
Know how to speak to clients. You know what I mean? Know your business. Be firm, be respectful, be professional. Have a contract. Have a contract. Um, Shoot a lot. Put in the time. Improve your work at all times. Take criticism. Take advice. Take pointers. If you're being criticized, go back, look at it. Don't be arrogant. Um, this applies to anybody, but to photographers mostly. You know what I mean? We're very competitive with each other. You know what I mean? We're very competitive with each other. But that's what I would say. Put in the time, research. If there's people you look up to, find out how they do their shoots. Because most of us pick up a camera and we just go shoot, and we just start pointing and shooting. We don't even know what we're doing, and we want to make people pay for that nonsense. You know,
True.
so yeah, I would say study and learn, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's books, whether it's a course, whether it's someone you look up to, giving you advice. Just love your craft and always aim to improve. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Lance, obviously, for spending time with us. It was definitely an awesome time. As I did say before that, I didn't want to obviously just interview you about the situation at hand. Yes, you've already gone
Yeah.
viral. I'm sure right now there's hundreds of other newspapers that have already covered the story intensely, and it's as to exactly what happened and what went down. All of our viewers can easily go and check up those links. They can Google Lance Romeo, and either one of those articles would easily come up. However, I wanted to go behind the scene and obviously find out exactly
Yeah.
who you are, what it is that you do, what you
I
have
appreciate
desired,
it. Yeah.
the plans for the future. Because at the end of the day, Lance Romeo is a brand right now, and it's a brand that obviously we
Yeah.
want to see that becomes successful on the market. So, as a photographer, and someday obviously owning your own media company, we look forward to obviously seeing you get to those goals. We will have obviously video footage, and as you see this live stream that we are doing now, of how
Yes, sir.
you obviously call these things into being well. And definitely enjoy having you in the Godox community. We look forward to obviously working with you. I look forward to working with you. I know
Thank you
definitely
so
when I
much.
do come to Gauteng, I'd like for us to
Yeah,
meet, maybe have a cup of coffee. You can maybe even join me along for a photo shoot or something. But I know
definitely.
it's going to be. But yeah, thank you so much for obviously spending this time with us, and enjoy yourself while you're out there in the Kalahari.
Definitely.
That's the international.
Hey man, sure. And thank you so much to you, Godox, for having me. You know what I mean? I really, really appreciate this coverage. By far the best interview I've done this whole time. You got really interested in me, you know what I mean, and not just the story. So
Yeah.
thank you so very much. I appreciate you guys, and I'm looking forward and hoping, fingers crossed, that I can work with you guys further. Especially with
No,
you. I would really
I
love
think
that.
definitely. I think definitely we look forward to working with you. Obviously, with as the Godox SA brand, and obviously myself as Sherwin Pather, I can guarantee
Yes.
you I'm going to be working with you. So we'll keep in contact as we are before
Thank you
this, and
so much.
obviously after this, we will be in contact. For those of you obviously want to follow Lance, please share your details with them. If you can just tell them where they can find you at on Facebook and on Instagram, how they can reach out. If obviously they'd like to book you maybe for a shoot or something,
Yeah.
just give them your details. We've got Andrew that has asked quite a few questions. Yeah, however, we are almost out of time. So maybe if you can, just drop by and you just drop by in the comments, and you can just answer those questions for Andrew.
Okay, no, no,
But
I'll
yeah,
definitely do that.
where will the people find you again? Just to share your details.
Um, Find me, so first and foremost, because we're on Facebook, you can find me on Facebook. Just search Lance Romeo. You'll find me on Instagram. I am at Lance Romeo underscore. No spaces, at Lance Romeo underscore. On Twitter, it's at Lance Romeo. No spaces either. Easy, easy to find me. And my phone number, my business phone number, if you want to hire me, is 062 1399 426. Yeah, you definitely. I respond. I get in touch with everyone. I respond to everyone who reaches out to me.
But thank you so much for obviously spending time with us. As I said, I look forward
Yeah.
to working with you again.
Same here, man. Thank you for having me. Much love, man.
Cheers, man. All right, bye.
Cheers. Peace.
Hey guys, so yeah, we did obviously have an awesome time with Lance. As I said, it wasn't something that I wanted to do, whereby I just speak about the occurrence whereby Lance went viral in his past 2 weeks, and his story was obviously shared internationally in international photography groups. There were news agencies that covered the story. I know you even did a video that also went viral shortly after the story. There was even Petapixel. Petapixel contacted him, and they did a full-on interview with him as to finding out exactly what went on. And I will definitely share the links here in the comments. I'll share the link so you can go and get the full story. However, I didn't want to do just the full story as to what occurred. I want to obviously know the photographer and exactly what they have in store for themselves. It's important to go beyond the story and to find the person. And that's exactly what this page is, and this live stream is all about. I want to go beyond the brands. I want to go beyond obviously the lights and the aesthetics and everything that looks so amazing, and find the photographer. And I would like to obviously speak to the photographer and find out exactly who they are, what they do, and how they do what they do. So thank you so much, guys, for actually joining us for this episode. It was amazing having you. I did say before, if you are looking to obviously purchase into Godox SA, if you're looking to purchase lighting, do contact me. I can definitely assist you with getting the perfect system for you that obviously suits your budget. So contact me, I'll assist you. And if you are looking to purchase, you can actually use my discount link. You can use my discount code. It's actually Godox Sherwin. So Godox, and it's Sherwin. Okay, so Godox Sherwin, and you'll be able to get an awesome discount at Godox SA. Thank you so much for joining us, and do tune in next week. We will definitely have an awesome photographer. I was supposed to have a fashion photographer this week, however, because of obviously his load shedding schedule, we weren't able to get him, and we were actually able to get in Lance. So Lance was actually quite amazing to obviously give us the opportunity. As I did say, that there were other people that were looking to obviously get him this weekend. He actually made himself available for us, and that, as a brand and as myself for Sherwin Pather Photography, we are super impressed, and we are happy for that. But thank you so much, guys, for actually watching and tuning to the next episode. Cheers.